Hello, my friends. Welcome. Thank you for joining me. Let's spend some time quietly standing, cultivating softness, release. If you'd like to, you can, of course, spend a little time opening your feet, softening your feet before you begin. Lots of different useful tools for that. This is a little knobbly, squishy friend. Quite nice to massage your feet with. You can find things like this all over the internet. Try different kinds, different shapes, different levels of hardness and resistance, or softness and squishiness, until you find the one that is most comfortable for you. I know that for many people, discomfort in their feet is a big problem as they stand, and that's often associated with the level of tension carried in their feet. And so please do take the time to soften your feet as much as you can before you begin. It will save you a lot of discomfort and actually speed your progress into the practice. As usual, if you are brand new here, welcome. Please do check down below for links to videos both to the start of this 100-day series, but also recognize that this 100-day series is part of a larger plan and program of the Snake and Turtle Qigong teaching method, part of a larger teaching system. There are many, many videos teaching the basics of the practice, including videos teaching basic standing posture, basic meditation methods, quiet sitting, sitting posture itself, and what Qigong is, how to function, how to avoid hurting yourself during practice. And so please do click back first, watch those videos before joining us here, and you will get much better results with your practice. As Master Zhicheng says, patient, persistent practice of the proper method over time. That's what gets you results. So make sure that you understand the practice, you learn about the method, and then put in the time. Remember that it can also be useful to begin, as I've mentioned in previous videos, after you have some experience practicing standing posture, as we do by this point, hopefully. Follow the sequence. It can be useful to pitch your weight forward in the beginning, leaning forward, pivoting from the heels, from the ankles. So the weight rests in the front of your feet for a moment. You can see that if this is straight, I'm beginning to lean forward a bit, opening and lengthening along the back, softening from the hips, backs of the knees to the ankles. Make sure you don't lock your joints. Lengthening and opening your back. Your belly softens, your chest releases, your hips are released, your shoulders are easy. Back of your neck lengthens. In the beginning for people, it can be very difficult when we're standing here to lengthen and open. They're already stuck, and it becomes difficult to get unstuck. The longer you stand, the more stuck you become. And so by opening this direction first, lengthening your body, I'll exaggerate a little bit. You're not quite going this far. But by lengthening this way, it can take some of the pressure out of the body. And then very gently, once your body lengthens comfortably and your joints open, you can settle back into an upright, balanced position, maintaining that sense of length, softening your neck, lengthening through your spine by letting go, releasing your shoulders, softening along through your arms, your hips, your legs, so that you are able to then maintain that same length that you had here while in this upright position. It's just a practice trick. It can make it a little bit easier for people to open. But it really only works once you've had a month or two of basic standing and Qigong practice, something to compare the feelings with. Otherwise, people are so used to feeling stuck in their body that they don't know what it's like to open first. So this is just a method. You don't have to use it, but if you find it helpful through this intermediate phase of practice, feel free to use it as often as you need to until the ability to be lengthened and open, floating and standing released as you practice, becomes more comfortable. That will be a phase that you reach through regular practice, in which case then you can just leave it behind. Just another 10 minutes or so of standing. Remember that if you need to take a break, please do go for a little walk, sit down, put your feet up on the wall, shake out a little bit. If you need to, you can even reset again with that comfortable lean, and then lengthening your body, and then slowly maintaining that length as you settle back into basic posture. Part of what often destroys somebody's practice is their desire for their practice to be different than it is. Their frustration with not being more advanced or more fit or more relaxed, more capable in some way. And so we end up pushing ourselves past the point of diminishing returns, where our practice is now creating bad habits instead of good habits. It's making us stiff and stuck rather than loose and open. This is what I mean by following proper principles patiently. Listen to your body. Quiet and soften your mind. We're trying to heal that part of our nature that pushes against the way things are, that rails against the state of being that you have currently. And part of healing is recognizing where you are, what's going on right now, not what you wish was going on, and responding appropriately. Softening your mind and not pushing yourself, not using force, is part of softening open your body, calming your nervous system, softening your heart. You're just comfortably here and now. And if you find yourself frustrated and pushing yourself further than is helpful, then you're only slowing down your own progress, damaging your own practice. Please be more gentle and practice softening into the present moment, acceptance and being appropriate for your practice to cultivate the right skills, the right body-mind, moving in the proper direction. You can do this. Let go and pause when you need to. Also, as your body opens and you're more able to, in a way, stand here floating, we can say that you're standing on your chi. It's a way of thinking about this expansive softness as the weight is released through your body into the ground. As that happens, you can find that this new system that is holding you up is easily fatigued, that it's easier for you to stand tense than it is to stand released. And so if you think of it as though you're exercising a new kind of muscle, this chi muscle, this hydraulic expansive system that is supporting us, then each time you stand, you get a little bit stronger in that sense. And so if you find yourself unreasonably fatigued after only standing for 10 or 15 minutes, let alone 30 minutes, then again, take a break, sit down, walk around, restore your chi, and then come back and once again, stand in the openness, stand through letting go. If you stand too long, then you end up practicing the old method of standing, of holding yourself in posture with tension, and you'll make very little progress. So you have to be willing to invest in loss, as we say. Closing when you're ready. Your awareness sinking inside. If you are able to rest your awareness in your middle dantian, that space between your navel and your spine, vertically in line with the perineum, then you can do so. And if you cannot, it's perfectly fine to simply place your awareness in your navel, feeling the warmth of your hands soaking into your belly button, and allow your mind to consolidate there. Eventually, you'll have the internal softness developed to place your mind inside. But you don't want to force your mind inside. That doesn't work very well. And then from wherever your mind has gathered the qi, you let your awareness spread out through your abdomen. Again, with this gentle touch, you're not trying to force and direct your qi around. You're just paying attention with the lightest touch of your mind, noticing rather than pushing your mind. You're hopefully also noticing a theme for these practices. Light touch. That part of you that tries to control and to force your meditation and your qi to move is something that we let go of. So we want to learn to do Qigong and meditation without it. As usual, I'm just doing the bare minimum of movement to end a healthy standing practice. But maybe you have circulatory issues in a particular area of your body, and you want to spend extra time making sure that things are flowing freely and easily. Maybe you have a really painful sore spot, or like I said, painful feet, hip pain. Please do take the time to recirculate and move, massage those places, warm them up before sitting down and continuing. This is supposed to feel easy. We're getting free of that part of us that pushes into challenges and forces and fights our way through things. Some people dealing with extreme chronic pain or extreme illness have to fight their way through everything. I grew up that way, so I know that feeling. But even those people, you want to do as little of that as possible. Make things as easy as possible. Don't relish the challenge. You're not trying to strengthen your mind by making things uncomfortable. That's not what we're doing. We're softening into the present moment. We're becoming easy. The more gentle we are with ourselves, with our mind, the easier it is to let the unnecessary things fall away, for our nervous system to slow down, our body to open, so we can find and establish these new connections, this new way of being. If you use tension and force, that part of your mind, that part of your nervous system, forcing and willing your way through things, you'll never unclench. So please be gentle, be kind, take your time. And when you're ready, grab a chair. Getting nice and comfortable. Again, don't underestimate comfort. Just means your chi is flowing smoothly, your nervous system is calm, your emotions are at rest. We have a culture that prizes forcing and fighting everything. And that's part of what we're trying to heal here. Don't rush. You rush a miracle, you get lousy miracles. Terrible accent. Softening into your posture. Remember to maintain good posture. You can do a similar kind of leaning experiment with your practice as you soften forward. This comfortable lean here. Lengthening. And then settling through while maintaining that length through your neck, through your upper spine. If that's helpful. You can make little circles if you need to. Loosening up, lengthening all the way around the body. And then as you soften through, releasing your weight through into the chair or into the ground, wherever you're sitting, allow your body to lengthen upward. As you've noticed, today I'm emphasizing the paying attention to that quality of us that might be frustrated at our own progress, that is not comfortable with just being where we are. Whatever that looks like for you. Maybe you have a negative voice in your head telling you that you're not doing good enough. You need to push harder. You need to do the more advanced thing. That's very common because we're not settled where we are. And that part of you is part of the tension. It's not healthy ambition. Maybe that's what your culture tells you, like mine. It's not just the drive to know, the excitement to grow. It's a mask for being a malcontent, for discontentment. And so what you want to do is to settle into the present moment, accept your own current stage of progress, which might just be the importance of sitting here and being calm, being comfortable with where you are. And whenever you notice those feelings coming up, the need to do something different, the need to be better, the need to judge yourself. With every other distraction, it's the same. You simply look at it, notice it, don't do anything with it, and then lose interest because it's not what's really happening. And I know that for some people that in particular is difficult. So we put that aside as well. Softening back into the present moment. Beginning that Song Jing breath that we practice, softening down through your body. And I'd like to answer one of the questions that's posed in the comment section. Please do also feel free to put your comments and questions down below, and it will help the community learn, and I will always respond. Somebody was asking about developing their dantian, putting their awareness in their dantian and doing a kind of practice that tries to build lots of qi. And this is a kind of meditation practice, and it's very easy to find on the internet. People teach it, and it does do something. The problem is that it also often causes negative side effects. And this is because people are not soft. Whenever you build qi in your system, you get more of whatever it is that you have. So for instance, if you're the kind of person that sits here and feels frustrated about your progress, feels anxious or antsy, or feels the need to do more and be better and to push yourself, that's a kind of, we can say, a mental emotional imbalance, depending on the level of severity. And if you build up a lot of qi, suddenly you'll find those feelings getting really strong, uncontrollably strong. A lot of discontentment. And it will wreck your sense of peace. Just that. If your body is not open enough, for instance, to stand effortlessly and free with your body open, then building up a lot of energy will just begin to push into those blockages. And suddenly you'll feel more stuck. Those joints will hurt even more because there's that much more stagnation in your body. And so my recommendation is to avoid doing any of that kind of chi building practice the way that it's being usually described until your system is open and free, deeply relaxed, your channels flow with no problem, you feel flexible, comfortable in your body, your emotions are easily calm and stay calm, your mind is relatively quiet and peaceful. Until you reach that stage with your pivots free and the joints open, your mind effortlessly settled, then I recommend not spending all of that time trying to build up energy, or you will just cause yourself problems. And so most people are impatient, as I said, and they move forward to the practice too early, and it just causes problems. And I get to see lots of those people in my clinic. I have several videos talking about this, the dangers of these practices. So please go watch them if you haven't yet. But please let me reiterate to this person asking the question and to anybody else who has this in the back of their head, please be careful with those practices, doing them too early, because it's easy to cause yourself more problems. You want to do things in order. First, become free of the strong clenching mind, emotions pushing around in your body, physical tension, stagnation, channels blocked, or extreme fatigue, all of those things. We want to heal those first so that we don't amplify those imbalances. First, find balance, then allow that balance to grow and to turn into something else, something better, a transformation. First, we start here. And if that feels especially difficult, and this class is for you, that means you definitely should be doing these more often. Take your time. You may find that it takes you months or years to calm that part of your nature. But that means it's especially important for you. So please don't rush. So just another moment of this Songjing practice. Hopefully you've been continuing that. Exhaling and releasing any lingering physical and mental or emotional agitation. Inhaling a deep sense of calm, stillness, and peace. Uncovering that sense of quiet that's always there. Exhaling the noise. settling into a calming, regular practice, gently present, not trying to do anything with our mind, instead learning to relax that part of our mind that always needs to be doing something. You're just here. Let that be enough. Let it be wonderful. Just another 10 minutes of practice. Make sure that your posture is maintaining its open space. As usual, take a break if you need to. Shake something out. Don't practice tension. Continually let go. Lengthen, open. Resting in this soft, expansive space inside. Your mind is soft. Your breath is soft. Your body, soft. If you notice your mind wandering away, especially toward the need to do something different, to be better than you are, feeling frustration or any kind of clenching inside, notice it, soften around it, and let it go, falling back into this easy, ever-present moment. There are no problems in the present moment. It's just in your head. Let it go. As usual, spend more time in those places that your body needs extra attention. When I'm practicing on my own every day, I tend to do a very different series of movements because I know what it is that my body needs. You can focus on yourself. If you have jaw tension, maybe pain around your mouth or your teeth, you can circle your tongue. Again, if you haven't done that self-massage series, even a few of them, I recommend spending some time over there. Find your favorite collection of movements and then include them at the end of every practice session. It's very cold right now where I am and when I am, wintry and snowy outside. And so I'll spend extra time warming up my ears because I've been out in the wind and cold. I like to garden. And so right now I'll do that until a sense of heat radiates from my ears. I'll warm the back of my neck until the heat radiates out from the inside. But if you're in a very warm place, you don't perhaps need that. Maybe you spend more time on your knees than I do. So please do take your time, make this work for you. That's the whole point. This chair is endlessly fun. Feels good. Remember that you're still being gentle with your body. You cannot force your body to relax. You cannot soften harder. You can only let go and encourage release. And so you can take the time to release your shoulder, the front of your shoulder, the top and the back, nourishing it open. When you force your body to change, it fights back. You just end up stuck in a loop. Try not to hit my microphone here. You spend more time on the front of that shoulder there. Warming the tailbone. Especially useful if you've been sitting for a while and your posture isn't quite ready yet. Sometimes people end up sitting on their tailbone. So we want to help warm and soften, keep the qi flowing through this area. Whatever it is your body needs. Part of the reason that we learn to become quiet and still is to increase our ability to listen, to reduce the amount of noise that we are producing inside and outside, to be able to feel our own bodies, to be able to hear what's going on inside our heart, inside our mind, that we usually cover up with activity and doingness. And as you develop that capacity to listen to your own body, pay attention, respond when it says, hey, I need a little extra help here. I need a little more attention with this aspect of it. Respond, and that communication will be increased. That line of communication will be developed and cultivated. And pretty soon you'll be experiencing all kinds of layers of depth to your physical experience that you were ignoring before, that your system had said, well, we're not going to pay attention to this, so we'll just make it not there anymore, which is not so great. But it's important that you respond to the notification, to the alarm, as it arises. Thank you very much. Keep up the great work. You're doing great. I will see you tomorrow.